Yo, what up, my peoples? EST 87. We got Bush. We in the building. We about to speak to y'all, bring up them topics. You know, a few more guests might be joining. We'll see, whatever. But you know how we do. We gonna cover it. We gonna make sure y'all cover it, and that's what it is. Because right now
Facts.
it's raining outside in New York. What up, EST? You good?
I'm good, man. Ready to get it in. It's Friday. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
It's a good Friday too. Shit, we love Friday.
It's raining here too.
Oh, word?
Yeah,
On the
it's been
east.
raining all day, really.
Trying to get some of my West Coast partners. They gonna be tuning in too, but on this chat because I really want a universal panel. You know what I mean, with East, West, South, and Northwest or whatever, all chopping it up. So we building that. We gonna do that. You feel me?
Bet.
Remember the
Let's get
Woody
it.
thing? I don't think. Let's get into this YSL. The first topic. Remember the YSL Woody interview? You seen that shit?
Yeah, I watched all 3 hours of that. I watched all
Oh
three
my
hours,
god,
bro.
you
All
better than
three
me.
hours.
So really, give me a little insight on the interview, just certain points or whatever that caught you, whatever, and then we
I
gonna get
mean, to
into.
be honest, man, to be honest, every minute of that interview is, bro, it's worth it. It's worth it. It's not a dull moment in the whole 3 hours. That's why it was so easy for me to watch it. You know what I'm saying? And plus, I was doing my due diligence because you got to know sometimes what you're talking about before you speak on it.
You do.
You know what I'm saying? But, bro, that right there just exposed the filth of how this shit go. That exposed it right there. And he could be right up under you. The dude can be shouting you out.
How what should go? What streets or like?
Just it. I mean, as far as allegedly somebody running an organization and having dudes who grew up with you, who they put in work for you, and them be the same dudes hating on you. You know what I'm saying? Helping
So,
build the case. And
so
and and
Woody,
and, and in his soul, he don't like him, bro. You know what I'm
so
saying? But
Woody
he's
came up with Thug. Woody knew Thug from when he was broke.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Mm,
They all know
mm.
each other from the neighborhoods and stuff. Everybody, yeah,
So you
broken.
saying Woody had this hate in him for this whole thing from the beginning, type of shit?
I mean, I see
From what
Woody
you think?
hatred. Not Woody hatred came from this, and this is what he spoke on 2021 too. He said they rich, but they still out here doing shit like they not. They don't realize the feds gonna
Yeah,
come.
but you gonna take what he's saying like it's real. All he want to say something to them people.
Now listen,
To,
listen. You can take everything with a grain of salt. Like I'll filter through stuff and I can pick what I can pick from it. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of where it's coming from, and see, yes, that was real. That was real. And he kind of got a point. Some of these people, we kind of be like, yo, at what point do you stop? You know
hmm.
what I'm saying?
I don't
Especially
take
with
nothing the rat say is real. He just saying shit to get his ass out the fire. He talking about like, oh, I've been looking at him like this, but at the same time, he's still involved with the situations. Come on, homie, nobody believe that shit. It's a bunch of bullshit. He
he
just
was
want to get
saying,
his ass out the fire, basically.
but he was basically saying just how it work anyway. Like what they called it is guilty by affiliation, right? So you could have been fall back, but your man, y'all attached from the origin, but they out here wilding, you trying to fall back, and they gonna cause heat on you regardless. You know what I'm saying? But the thing that what I don't like about him is that he continued to come around him and use those resources, whether
That's
it's
what I'm saying.
money. So that's what I ain't agree with. But looking back on hindsight, he was working the whole time too. So that's why he was coming back around.
Yeah, but all rats are opportunists. Come on, opportunists to save their own ass. He was working with Thug, get that money, get the opportunities, or whatever else. Not working with Thug because that's allegedly, but I'm saying like YSL.
Salute,
If
James.
you from Atlanta, YSL because of the rapper, the famous rapper, that brand holds a lot of weight. So they could be like in other states. There's gangs that start like they got FBG and Future don't know nothing about that. You know what I mean? But they call it
Yeah,
Five Boy Game, but Future thing is Free Brain Game. Like they got other and all kind Brick Squad in all kind of different states, and these are real steppers and like different shit. Like they take up Rockefeller State Property, they take up names in different hoods because of the fame of that name. You feel me? So ain't no telling. We could all say whatever, but I'm not there. Woody could be just using that shit to get his ass out the fire. That's what I'm saying. You feel me?
Well, I mean, this is why I say he not doing that, right? Because in that interview, he stated multiple times where he had worked to get some lead, to get some, you know what I'm saying? So he been not with just Thug, plenty other stuff. He been, it was one cop who came in later. He was like, have I ever done you wrong? Remember when one lady was like, remember last time I helped you out and wasn't no paperwork on that? He was like, yeah. He was like, all right. So it's like, bro,
He been playing with them people. So that's to my point of a filthy rotten. So who you think will release this footage? Like that's crazy.
what
Really.
it is that in an interrogation, just like a police encounter, it's public information. All you got to do is summons it. It might take some time for you to get it, but it's public.
But
You have
you have to be an inside motherfucker to know some things because we wouldn't have known nothing about Woody until this person, whoever it
well, I
is.
mean, but you know how it go when everybody go down. The list they post a list, so we're just gonna do our due diligence on each one of those lists and see what pop up. That's just what happened.
What do
You know what
you
I'm saying?
think or speculate who put? Because some people are saying, the state put. I mean, the prosecutors put this shit out. You know, Thug people on Thug's team kind of put it out to hoping to gain a mistrial. I don't think that's the case.
Nah, they don't. No, because the jury ain't even supposed to acknowledge stuff on the internet anyway, so they can't have a mistrial because of that. That was put out because it's public record and knowledge. Anybody can get it and do it. We can call them anonymous.
Okay, but who gains from putting that shit out? Like, what the fuck?
The
Who?
public, the public. So now we know when he come around, he cannot recycle crime no more. We know what you said. We know what you did to the youth. Look what he did. Look what he said. No more recycling crime.
And you know
Shout out
what?
to King Erna.
You know what's crazy? Yeah, shout out to King Ernie. You know what's crazy? When you say the public, it make me think like it's worth bread. It's worth money. Like an average Joe could get this information and want to put it out under his channel to have the exclusive, and it's worth something. You know what I mean? So it's a beautiful thing, I think. Because if you want some fuck shit, it's all gonna come out. If you're famous and want to go and think you're gonna change your life and be rich and famous, and nobody gonna know about your dirt in the closet shit. I like that. You know what I mean? Because that answers my question. When you said that, something sparked in my mind. Like the average Joe could do to put that shit out and benefit off of it. Because YSL is so famous. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
good. I like
We
that.
got a bunch of anonymous civilians out here who will do stuff for the greater good of the public. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And they don't even want no benefit from it. Just, hey, y'all, look what this is. And it's rare because you can get hurt behind doing that.
Yeah, yeah. But at the same time, why should you be in fear of getting hurt? Like that's like being in fear of getting robbed on the street, or being in
Bro,
fear of people running in your house. Oh, it could happen. Somebody could run right up in
yeah.
here right now on my live right now. But
Hmm.
guess what? You can't be like that. The more people that's not like that, the less we got to worry about that. You smell me? Because if one person, it's easy to isolate. But if everybody like that, everybody live by these rules, that eliminates that threat. You feel me?
That's
So
facts. That's
I,
facts.
I
And I
respect
see
that.
what you're saying. I see what you're saying. They've been scaring the public for long behind that, but we live in reality. Things happen. Things like
Yeah,
that
I
do
know.
happen.
Yeah, I
You know
know.
what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
but more so for the youth who see that, right? Now he can no longer come around and kick that game because we know. You know what I'm saying? So that right there stops recycling crime. Because more than what you say, public opinion convict you before what you know what I'm saying? Before the
hmm.
facts. We know what we heard, we know what we seen.
So
That's
wait, did
why.
you did you think they was gonna get a mistrial off of this? Because I ain't gonna lie, I kind of
Mm-mm,
because they the way
mm-mm.
they obtained this information, but
For,
really when I
for,
think about it later, it's like that's not all the evidence they had. They not dependent on
nah,
that.
that's not even it. That's not, from my knowledge, the mistrial is trying to come from the fact that if they didn't get an official warrant to go and seize that car and found what they found anyway. That's where that's coming from. Not from nothing leaking on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Nah,
Okay.
nah. It's about they didn't get a proper. The judge told them you didn't go about the proper way of getting that. You know what I'm saying? So he taking it into consideration, but I don't think it's enough to, you know.
I was
Yeah, I
thinking
don't,
they might get one. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, but really, Thug ain't the one that went for the mistrial. Some other nigga went for it. I mean, in the case when I found out the details later, but at the same time, to get a mistrial, that changes a lot. You know, but a lot of people had hope to where, because I ain't gonna lie, like growing up in the hood, you know, a lot of knuckleheads under certain banners that do stuff that's not sanctioned and then blame it on when they get in trouble, blame it on the whole thing. You feel me? But really, they
mhm.
was just being renegades and and trying to really get clout with the team and might have been trying to get money for themselves. Like, there's all kind of reasons why these dudes do this type of stuff. You know what I mean, or whatever. But like, I know I see this happen, so it's not impossible. And my cousin, a lot of people was like, Thug guilty, Thug guilty. But really, you got to think bigger than that because people are knuckleheads and crash dummies. They do a lot of dumb shit. And then when they get in trouble, they find a way to get it out, get their ass out of the fire. You feel me?
Yeah,
And if you
that's
got a
facts.
famous superstar named Thug and Rich and all that type of shit, yeah, scapegoat type of shit. So we can't go everybody is it's the elephant in the room. Everybody really thinking, oh, Thug did it. But really, let's think deeper than that, because really, like, I can't see, like, he's too rich to be sanctioning dumb shit like that. Or maybe he did, or maybe he didn't, but we can't just go on one side. That's all I'm saying. I
Now we
seen
can't we can't see, but don't fault somebody for following the series of events. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not making this
all
stuff
right,
up. I'm
well,
just,
what series of events? What do you mean?
I mean, from what they're saying, it ain't just something recent. You know what I'm saying? Like, if people want to be honest, in my opinion, I would say, what kicked it off is when one of them quote unquote alleged YSL members shot a cop or somebody killed a cop down there, and they said he had a YSL tattoo in one of these police shootings. And I think that's what kicked it off right there. Like, boom, that's what started it.
But how is that a series of events involving Thug?
Okay, okay. What they're saying in the shit is that they've been on him for 2012, 2013, bro. So it's shit in the past and shit that's transgressed that they're on you about. So that's a series of events. And they're laying it out. I'm not saying this. They're laying this out.
Yeah, but at the same time, what I'm saying is, what is the thing about? Do they got phone calls of Thug on the phone, wiretaps of him saying this or that, issuing these orders of killing people and stuff like that? You feel me? Because that's the main thing.
I mean, more than
They got
powerful
some
than a
bodies.
wiretap
That's
is
why he in so much trouble. They got some bodies, and the dudes are claiming it's under YSL. You feel me?
I mean, and more dangerous is that more than a wiretap is the alleged person that went and did something is the one who cooperating and giving them the information in the first place. You know what I'm saying?
Mm. What? Woody ain't do shit. The fuck? What he do? Drove the car. What did he do? He didn't really do. He got caught with some guns.
He said that he basically in that situation, I think he provided the weapons for the people to go do whatever they did allegedly.
Yeah, but you said do some shit. He ain't. He not locked up for no type of, like, you
Nah,
know.
but look, he had told her about that. He said, "Now he told the lady. He said, remember when that happened? I told you what happened." So he had already told the situation of what had happened when the old dude got killed. He
Mm-hmm.
was just saying he told his part as far as that. He never got brought up on nothing behind that. That started an investigation within itself.
Oh,
Cause she,
man.
cause she was telling him, look, we know about him. We know his name. We've been on him. It ain't even necessarily about you. We've been
Mm-hmm.
on that. Yeah, she said she was basically saying they been on that.
Your boy, the other dude, got the bodies in there, and he told, but then he not telling. I don't know. It's real confusing or whatever. The dread dude, Thug,
Oh,
codependent, the
oh,
other
oh, you
dude.
talking about Yak Gotti?
Yeah, no, not yet. Gotti, a nigga with tats all over his face. I forgot his fucking name, but he
You
he's
talking about
sitting right
Duke?
up.
You talking about Duke?
Not Duke. He's sitting in court with Thug. He's sitting right there. He got dreads, long ass
Oh,
dreads.
I know who you talking about. I know who you talking about. And I think he's one of the two that's standing solid too, not saying nothing, not cooperating.
Nah, but they said he told back in the day before, but he not cooperating now.
So then that don't even cancel that out.
Everything is canceled out.
He might as
Like,
well just drink that ratatouille soup and go ahead, man.
but I ain't gonna lie,
Damn.
it's fucked up. But Atlanta, man, these snitches making y'all look bad, man. It's just a
It ain't
lot.
even that. It ain't even the A. I wouldn't even blame it on that because we share the same highway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we do too, nigga. That's the whole East Coast.
Okay, so you already know what's up. It ain't, yeah, man. So look,
But
it
nigga, I
ain't them.
play in the West Coast too, in the South, all that. You feel me? And it is what it is. So it's like Atlanta looking crazy. Duke,
Yeah.
and Young Scooter, he from North Carolina. Shout out to him. Because he was born in North Carolina or South
Word.
Carolina, one of them.
I think
And
it's
he,
South Carolina. No, I think he from South. I
South
think I
Carolina.
remember him saying he from South or something like that.
But he calling them out. He like, y'all need to have a snitch tour, a rat tour, because he repping Atlanta and it's making everybody look bad. Somebody gotta say something. You feel me? These motherfuckers.
Hey, they better not get these dudes no ideas because it might work and sell.
Because Boosie said that in the last interview. He said the white dude contacted him to make some money off of that rat tour if he could put it together. Yo, the game is different, man. That's all, man. The game is different.
Yeah.
Like these rats are gaining a lot of attention. I ain't gonna lie. Rats are being in the spotlight.
I mean, sooner or later, anybody with some morals or stand on something gonna be the weirdos.
We are.
You know what I'm saying? And
Not
not even on no code, just from all aspects. You know what I'm saying? You gonna be the weirdo. Beyond the streets, standing on something, you gonna be the weirdo.
Cause and let's get into Boosie badass and I zoom right by y'all.
Shout out badass, man.
And shout out badass. But it's just some things that we gotta really speak about. Like network, you heard? I love Boosie badass. I ain't gonna lie, I was raised off. I loved him for years. But when I think about it, you know, my family members, a lot of them robbed me, did different shit, this and that, whatever else, you know, grimy shit. I never thought to call the police on them. Never thought to get, you know what I mean, get them in trouble. Get my money back. I gotta get my money back. They
Hold on. So explain what happened though. Nah, what happened? What you talking about? Cause I ain't hear nothing about that.
Boy, okay. Well, basically, Boosie Badass got robbed for some bread out of his bank account. You feel me? And from his cousin. You don't know them details on that, man? Somebody with them comments.
Nah, I know something about something
yeah,
happening in the mall.
There was two different occasions, actually. Go ahead. What you know?
Something about a mall with the cops and the police and, you know, seizing money and whatnot and fighting for that. I don't, you know.
Nah, that's something different. I'm talking about where he was all on the internet. My cousin took this from me, took that from me. He hit my account, took this and that from me at the time when it happened. Now, I think he did a little civil suit. I'm not sure or whatever else, but at the same time, if you know this dude could get arrested for it and the statute of limitations ain't up, why are you bringing that type of shit to the public instead of just handling it internally? You feel me? Like, come on.
Now look, did he say a name or did he say his cousin?
Good point.
Because you can't arrest somebody named his cousin.
But I think he did. So I don't know.
Nah, man. Look, I don't know about that, man. And more so, the beef is with. And listen, in order for you to get your case and win with the court, as far as with the banks, you gotta, you know.
Because look, Boosie cousin responded, homie, and let's listen to that. Hold up. Because Boosie cousin responded to the allegation. This Boosie cousin right here. The nigga that Boosie said robbed him. So it's a name to the whole
shit. All that old bullshit, man. Come on, man. Battling about the stove from the. Did I ever steal out of exit? Yeah. You heard
that's hatchable. Hold up. Nah. I know what that is.
Anything, I ain't do nothing.
That's what I'm speaking
about. I know what that is.
Never get paid from a rap chick.
I want to hear
who that is.
I put every card in my name. Nothing but loyalty coming from my way. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. I talk this real shit, man. Keep it real. Talking about stole money, stole this. Come on, man. It wasn't nothing but $4,000 that came from another cousin.
Nah.
I want to hear it. Hold up.
Right or wrong, I'm gonna roll with my cousin for hitting another. He ain't hit me. That's just like if one of my hit he hit you. That's how that's supposed to go. Never steal from you. All people. Man, you bitch ass under my comment don't know what's going on, you hear me? You bitches won't really know the real. Bitch, I ain't never steal shit from. Ain't never had to steal shit. And never do shit for me. You hear me? What it was, wanted the verse from Cuz for $30,000. I called Cuz and told him I ain't had nothing but 5. You hear me? Cuz say that he ain't got enough money. I don't even want to holler at him. You hear me? And my little partner finessed the 4 G's. We split it $4,000, $2,000. Ain't nothing come from Boosie. Never steal nothing from that. You hear me? Why got my name fucked up? All you old riding ass fans. You hear me?
Now I want to hear what Boosie say about in the beginning because he was on Vlad or something.
Hey, but look,
right.
Let me get some context to that.
Last time I'm speaking on this.
All right, let me give you some. Let me be rad here. He about to join.
You know, I want context on that. I don't like that.
Be rad here. That. What up, Be Rad?
What up,
B-Rad? What's good, kiddo? What's good? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we in the midst of some hot shit right now. So my boy EST here a little mad. Let him get it out.
Yeah, pardon me.
I'll just listen.
Pardon me.
We talking about Boosie. We speaking on Boosie. Badass.
Now no bias. Now no biasness. I know no bias. I know what he's talking about. That's Hatch Boy. And for everybody who don't know, Hatch Boy used to put out music back then. I used to fuck with Hatch Boy music. If they don't know who that is, I watched that whole thing what you just played. What happened is Boosie basically cut him off. You have no more access to the resources. And now all of a sudden, you can't go behind my back and run plays and finesse people out my business plans off your benefit.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. But we were speaking on.
He didn't go to the media. He didn't go to the police or the news about what happened. That was some record stuff that happened behind that.
Look. He said his cousin owned a dog food. That's more telling. He said, hold up. Because he said his cousin is on dog food. That's why he stole from him. So you telling people that he hold up.
Stole. What you think started all this TBG shit? You and Lil Mail. Y'all act like y'all could get a verse from me. Took 10,000 from it. Come on, man. You took 10,000 from it to come back a year later and ask me what my verse at. You started all this shit. You and Lil Mail. Come on, man.
I got something to say though. Hold on.
You know what it is, man. Come on, man. Y'all was full of H, man.
Full of H.
You thought you had a free 10 grand?
Okay, so now, B-Rad, so you know, Boosie cousin, back this couple months ago or whatever, Boosie came and said that his cousin stole from him. I'm talking about ratting or whatever. Maybe my definition of ratting is different.
That's not ratting.
It's not ratting to some people, and I know it ain't ratting because you're not talking to the police directly. But
so snitching, like snitching, but he's not a rat.
Yeah, somebody like me, you can't put that man information out there, put it out there. He stole from you, and now you're saying he on heroin. You put all that shit out there. To me, that's kind of ratting. Instead of going to him, handling your business, beating his ass, whatever the fuck you got to do, real quick.
That's airing family business out too. That's even worse.
But more importantly, that's how it go. If you my family and I ain't gonna hurt you, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna publicly defame you, and that's how I go.
Yeah, but hurting.
But hold on, but look. Hold on.
Worse.
Hold on. This happened all the times at the family get-togethers, whether it's Thanksgiving or whoever doing bad or got something going on, they get talked about, and I ain't gonna hurt you, but I'm gonna talk about you. And just because of this
facts. But you don't do that on fucking. You don't put family on blast on fucking.
That's not true. That's not true. That's not true.
You shouldn't. It's just low class, in my opinion.
Yeah,
thank you.
I mean,
I agree.
Hey, it is what it is. But let somebody steal thousands from you, and I want you to hold your composure
Oh,
And
it's
only
been
people
done. You think I haven't been fucked with, especially by family. Family always hurts the most, man.
Yeah.
Fucking, and when the hate's coming
But
from
you know
home,
what hurt them worse? If you're Bootsy and your dude do that, your family, your cousin, whatever, and you fucking cut their ass off completely, and you really like, if you really feel physical like that type, but Bootsy rich, she ain't hurting, so it's like it wasn't that type of
Nah.
way.
Think
You
about it.
cut
Think
them
about it.
off,
it's the
ignore them.
principle.
That's the worst hurt that they could ever get.
To be speaking like that, he gotta be hurt. You know what I'm saying? Now, it may be wrong, but everybody got family members who you know what I'm saying. Hey, you on that? What you call it, bro? That ain't you say it. It's hurtful, but it's the truth, and hopefully they realize what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But you say stuff in pain. I can't say he ain't care because why would you say it like that? You could tell he hurt. This is
Oh,
my
of course.
cousin.
No,
We
he's
come
not
up
saying
together.
he didn't care. He cares very much so. But also, when you're dealing with that stuff specifically, that shit steals your soul. And people can get back from that and can come back from that. But when people do things because and from and on that shit, it's not them. You're dealing with something completely different, and there ain't nothing like that.
Yeah,
Hey,
you're right.
that's real. I just hope none of my family we get on and they try to steal from me because I'm blasting you too. I'm about to fuck you.
But you're not Bootsy badass with
Nah.
millions of followers and people that worship you and look at you. And
Hey,
then
but look,
that's going to turn that his family, his cousin, his life fucked up forever. Really, in the
but
hood.
we gotta give everybody equal blame. So Hats boy, stand up because you gotta hold some of this shit too. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Like you accountable too, bro.
Yeah,
Hurt
for
go
sure.
both ways.
Oh, for sure. Oh,
Right.
all day.
You can't be stealing from your cousin, and you
Yeah,
know
he shouldn't have played none
he
of them
helped
type of
you.
games. His dumb ass, your retarded ass should have been on point.
And let's be honest, a lot of these dudes don't want to put themselves in position or opportunity to do something. Like you could have been
He
going to
was scared of the
videography school.
opportunity. He should have ran with it and been the best he could be, like the army, motherfucker. Because
It's
Boosie
just
making a lot
foolish,
of money,
though.
and you could have
It's
really
just
made
foolish to
something.
like steal a few shekels, a few $1,000s, steal that shit from a family member who's really, really on right now. Like, bro,
But we gonna get some context. I can see if it was $20,000 out the drawer. No, you went and did some business deals. That's ultimately gonna fall back on me because I got business
I thought you
deals with
stole
these.
like 3 or 4 racks cash.
Nah,
Nah,
he did some music
he was
business behind.
doing booking shit
Oh,
without.
that's even worse because the only reason you have a chance is because of that cat's name, and now you're gonna try to fucking
Exactly.
That's ignorant as fuck.
But
think
okay,
about this.
so be rap. So my definition of ratting is wrong. I'm thinking that's ratting because he's putting that information about his cousins on heroin and his cousin stole this money from him. He's putting it out on a public platform. Everybody call Vlad the fucking people.
Hold on,
You know what
Bush.
I mean?
Hold on, Bush. Hold on, Bush. Now look,
Okay,
this
go
ain't
ahead.
this ain't no different from somebody being famous and sitting on the couch with having a TED talk and saying, "Yeah, my cousin stole from me back in the day, and we was coming up together." My cousin was on drugs and stole from me and broke up my house. He traumatized, and it's his testimony. You can't rob him of that.
Yeah, but when you're so adamant about ratting and telling, and then you
That's
go
not
and do
ratting.
that type of shit.
Nah, that's
Yeah,
not
but
ratting.
that's different because nobody's getting in trouble over this. It's not gang related. It's not shit like that. It's like my family, my extended family member did me wrong, and now I'm just putting his shit. I'm airing his shit out and putting him on blast. It's not like you rat.
Let me tell you why it's not ratting, right?
He didn't fucking rob a connected. It's not like he shot somebody. He fucking ripped me off, and he's being a fucking.
I hear y'all. But guess what? That's not why people are saying Boosie ratting. That's not why. There's other reasons. And EST, I think you know why. But I'm not privy to the information, so I ain't gonna speak on it.
That's
but
a whole nother series.
Reasons why YouTube going crazy, saying there's paperwork on Boosie now and there's weird shit going on.
Listen. I'm gonna tell you why, and this is how the internet works. And sometimes you can get caught up in the sauce, right? Now, when he got into it with Gangsta Williams and that rat shit popped up, you had people calling in from the pen and telling Terrence Gangsta that that's not the truth. Boosie is not a rat. All the paperwork is official, and he walked the yard, and he had to apologize. So now that
Terrence apologized.
Yeah, bro, go watch the video.
I ain't see that one. I seen him talking that shit.
Yeah,
seen
he
him
was
saying
saying how
Boosie ain't
people
walking
told
yard.
him. He said I was wrong. I got some people who called me and let me know I was wrong. He ain't ratting. So now that this Ti shit pop up, everybody want to dig and try to make something or something. But if it was official, it would have came out during the Terrence Gangster shit.
Mm, you
Now they're
right.
trying to create shit. So you get caught up in that wormhole, pause, and it's over for you. But if it
Mhm.
was official, it would have got caught up with the Terrence Gangster shit.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Ain't nothing, nah.
But I'm
But
just saying that's not why my
and Charleston
reasons are
White.
different from what the internet is saying. That's what I'm saying. You
Yeah,
heard
but they gonna create a narrative though. They gonna create a narrative.
because basically I believe that's kind of like dry ratting because especially like most of our people's on probation, they on all kind of different situations, and you talking about
Nah,
he on heroin and I just don't see no real type of dude doing
now
that.
you would have a case if he was saying he was a heroin dealer, but if he was
Yeah,
calling you an addict, then
facts.
that's not necessarily saying that I'm ratting. Now you would
Yeah,
have a case if he was saying you're selling out here selling heroin.
Yeah, it's not
Now
illegal to
you
use it
but
and to
people
get
go
high.
to
It's
jail for
illegal to move
using
it.
too. You go to jail for using too.
yeah,
No, I
possession.
mean, you can get busted for possession, but if you're just high, they can't do shit to you about it unless you're driving a car. You
9 times
know,
out of 10, they're not even gonna want to touch you. To be honest, let's be honest.
it's not
Well,
worth it to them.
I'm
What
wrong.
do they want to do? They want to stick you in a jail cell just for being high, not even possession. That way, in 3 days, you're fucking sick, puking and shitting all over the place. Like, that's
All
not
right,
worth it.
I'll say it. I'm wrong then. All right, let's get into the
It's,
next
it's not.
topic.
It's not. It's not that you're wrong. It's just different viewpoints. But it's just
Nah, he
it's a
wrong. He wrong. He
bad
I'm
wrong.
look.
wrong.
He wrong.
Hey, B-Rad on the real, for real.
What's there?
What the fuck? What happened to my boy, man? 1090 Jake. Cause he
Bro, ain't nothing happened to him, bro. Kid fucking is what he said he is and is what I've been saying he is. Like, look, I don't know the cat, but I said it from day one. Like, I don't think he's built like that. I don't think he did that. And he didn't do that, bro.
did
That
what? What are you talking
fucking
about?
paperwork.
I
Well,
don't
I
know
mean,
what you're
this
talking
paperwork came out saying that he ratted, you know what I mean? And like it turns out that like the piece of paper that was like saying that he had gotten people in trouble and sent people to jail and they got arrested on behalf of what he said, turns out that paperwork's legitimately fake. Someone
Yeah,
typed
but
it
I'm
up.
talking about what happened to his content since these allegations. Like, is there some proof to the matter? Does he feel away now? Like he stopped, he fell off. I feel like I don't
I
know.
don't think
Maybe
he fell off. I
I'm
think I
Nah,
think maybe he's just to be honest, like I think he's just kind of slowing things down because there's a lot of bullshit out there about his name. So I think he just wants to let everything catch back up to speed, let
is that
everybody
a guilty fucking
catch
thing?
up.
Like, oh,
No,
you
not at
feel
all.
me?
Not at all. Of all people, no way. No way. He's not gonna get all quiet now because people looking at him a certain type of way. I think he's just letting everybody catch up, know that he's innocent, and then he get back to business.
and more
100%.
importantly, when you official, you can stay silent
Yeah, he
because
don't
that's
need to
gonna speak
fucking
for
move like
itself.
that.
Once you
He's
want to sit
paid.
down and have a R. Kelly, Gail King interview, we already know what's up. We already know what's
Yeah,
up.
absolutely. Plus, he's got to move a
Yeah,
little different now because
right.
with all this bullshit around with his name, like you got to make sure no fucking clowns fucking come around. He's got to make sure like his own people know like he's on point still, and there's no
You
bullshit.
know,
So like,
I
I think
don't
it's
think he's
no,
a rat or a big rat or nothing like
no,
that. I just feel like
no,
when he was young, some stupid shit or whatever, kids shit,
no. I mean, it's what he said. It's literally what he said. Fucking so like he was trying to fucking get to the guns that were in his aunt's room. He couldn't get to them. So he took a fucking airsoft pistol, and his dumb idea was to fucking shoot a hole in the window so he could reach in and fucking open the lock. He did that shit. It didn't fucking work out. He wanted to break in the whole window. So he fucking ran back in the crib and fucking when his aunt's like, what happened? He's like, oh yeah. He's like, these kids fucking shot out the window. So then she called the cops because she's a civilian. So when they showed up, he gave them a fake description of two random kids that didn't fucking exist. And they went out looking for them and never found anybody. But what happened was this kid printed out a third piece of paper saying that, these kids were found based on his description, and then they fucking went to jail, and their names their names were redacted because they're minors. That's all bullshit. He cooked up a fake fucking story to get his aunt off his ass, and then fucking he sent the cops on a wild goose chase, and that's some shit a fucking kid would do. But he didn't rat on nobody, fucking. But this kid made up a
Hey,
fucking
but you
fake
know
piece of
what?
paper
You know
There
what
was
will
saying
be
something else too, though.
got busted.
hey, but you know what will be more funny aside from that? I wonder what description did he give the police?
He said it was two fucking kids, like 13, 14 years old. One was wearing
Nah, you
fucking
know what
black
I'm
shorts and a
saying.
red t-shirt.
Nah,
Like, I saw
B-Rad.
the
I
Nah,
picture.
don't know
B-Rad.
about none of them talks.
You
That's
know what
kind
I'm
of crazy.
talking about. You know what description I'm talking about.
So they were white boys.
Okay.
That's what, wait, is that what he said? Be right.
Yeah, he said there were two white boys, one
Okay,
wearing a red
okay,
t-shirt, the other wearing a
okay,
black t-shirt, both wearing
okay.
shorts.
That's honorable.
Yo, look, if you're gonna make up a fake story about two people,
Yes.
you're definitely not gonna fucking go hard and look to
Yeah,
start beef.
if he would have said two black kids, I would be like, hold on, bro.
Yeah, he
Now
would
that's
obviously
more of
not
a
have an interest in
violation.
living.
That's a violation right there.
Fuck yeah, it would be because they would have came up with two cats immediately.
That's
Right.
honorable.
You
Yeah,
know,
that's
so
honorable.
plus he was a young kid. Like it was a stupid idea, but it worked out. Nobody got caught up. He got out of the fucking bullshit. But now, long story short, there was just two pieces of paperwork talking about this, and it went nowhere. This kid cooked up and made a fake
There was
third
something
piece,
else about him.
and someone got arrested. It's
As
crazy.
far as the riding, there was something else when he got older.
Are you talking
No.
about the shit, the prison shit,
Like-
the prison, the interview from the news?
Yeah.
Thing?
He was telling
Look,
them.
from what I
You know,
always heard
I'm
about him,
talking about that,
we
but I,
talked about
no,
that,
it is what it is.
But go ahead.
Whatever. I mean, look, the kid didn't do what everybody said or everybody was trying to say he was a rat. That didn't happen, and I think now
No,
he's
we're
just
talking
lying
about.
about
I think people are talking more about the traits. Because
Bottom line is they're going
he
to
was
keep
talking
keep talking. This cat's been putting out and pulling paper on people for at least 2 years on YouTube now, or putting out
Yeah.
stories in the past year. Been pulling paper on people.
Why
And nobody can
did
get
he
at him
fall
because
back
he's
on
legit.
that though? Be right. If he was just going righteous for the cause, what happened? He need to keep coming with this content. What? Like I feel like.
No, I mean he really doesn't. Yo, the kid's making well over $1 million a year right now.
Time, when people accuse you of this, and then you fall back with the content, like
Yo, he's got a lot of bullshit around him. He's letting that all settle down because
I
he
feel
knows
like
in
that's
the end
guilty.
he's legit. Yo, because how can you even defend yourself against made up shit that you don't even know what they're talking about? Like,
nah, that's
Legit,
strategic
like-
though. That's strategic though. I mean, I understand because even if he was to put out great content right now, all they
It would
would
get
want to talk about is
overshadowed.
that. So I might as
Exactly.
well just wait till it die out and
he
then put
probably
it out.
building it up. You say he building
Yeah,
up.
it make
definitely.
more
And
sense
he's-
to wait.
And
until
look, check it
die
out.
over.
If he was out here running his mouth every day making a new video, he's gonna get played out and look lame. If he just sits and is quiet about it and lets all these people buzz and make noise about his name, and then sits back and then goes and does a no jumper in like a month when everything settles down and clears the fucking air, he gets his story out. He doesn't look like a clown, and you know people are still gonna fuck with his content. And he got enough dough and
You
enough
know what
clout
the
and a
point-
big enough name to be able to sit back and not make moves right now.
The point of all of this right now, we talked about Boosie, we're going into other topics, but 1090 Jake, all this, it's like this shit is a myth, this whole image of, oh, no rat, or this or that, this or that. Everybody, nobody's perfect. These kids did things or whatever. Everybody did some weird shit. I ain't never done no weird, but you can pull my record up. But I'm just saying, like,
He didn't either,
man,
apparently. Like,
it's not black and white. It's gray. You feel me? And it's different things. That people are people. You know what I mean? But
It's not.
It's
It's
like,
not. It's not even about
don't-
paperwork no more, man. It's not even about that. I don't even care too much about the rat shit. I care more about the informing the youth. Look, y'all, look.
that's
Just
important.
Just look. You know what I'm saying? Cause y'all watch videos, just pay attention. That's all I care about. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Well, everybody out there right now is all worried about ratting this, ratting that. Like, yo, it seems to me like 90% of people are ratting, and you know they do, and there's not even been consequences. Like, people don't even get canceled over that shit anymore. Like, they're trying to cancel
And
him
the
because
reason, and the reason why it's
everybody else-
90% is because the pool is small. It may
And
seem
not only
weird,
that,
but
I
the
mean,
pool is
it's
very
literally-
small.
It's literally
You know what I'm
talk and take your chance catching a fade or having the fucking due time PC or like, you know, maybe losing your clout or losing the bag or go to jail for 10, 20, 30 years. Like, that sucks.
There's two
So people are
options.
going to
There's only
do
two
a
options.
lot of other shit.
Yep. That's the sad part.
You know, it's,
Plus,
it's
these
actually,
people
it's
are not
actually
built for
three.
this, bro. It used to be when you were going to be involved with shit, you got brought in by specific people. You were schooled on how the game goes. You take a fucking oath and you live by that. And if you don't, you get taken out. Now, anybody and everybody jumps up in what they call the game, but nobody got baptized or blessed or brought in. so they don't even know the original fucking rules, and everybody's just out here shooting from the fucking hip. And then when they get caught, they run their goddamn mouth.
I'm a father, and I appreciate, you know, anything positive, but right now with all this gang shit, it's looking crazy. But at the same time, you know, I do appreciate the positive side of it, and I want to push the positive. I don't like this whole idea of these
gangs are whack. Good job as a father.
Yeah, if there's a son, you got a boy that want to go to be fucking a mailman or whatever the fuck else, and he get assaulted, and he goes and tells, he's not a fucking rat. You know, that's what's happening in these streets. That's what's happening out there everywhere. You know what I mean? These kids, good kids, and they get in some shit and they tell about whatever happened to them. They're not gangsters. They're not whatever. They're going for whatever. And now they labeled as a rat, and then they get killed. Like, that's some fucked up shit. And I don't like this whole, you know what I mean? So let's get that straight. This channel, we don't support all that whole tough guy, whatever. If you know what I mean? Let's be real with yourself, because nobody's monsters like that. You feel me?
No, and if you're going to run with a gang, or you're going to get involved in the street and be really involved in the street, then yes, you have to live by certain rules. You don't have to, but if you don't, things are going to happen to you. But your children have a good father. They come from a good home. They're educated. They know better. And you're going to do everything you can to keep them away from that kind of nonsense. They're not going to get involved in that shit. And then when they do go and get a job, they're not going to be in these badass places dealing with this bullshit. They're going to be in normal, everyday places where hopefully they don't come across nothing like that.
Yeah, I'm not talking about my kids. I'm just talking about like
I'm just talking about anybody's kids. But, you know, I don't want to see that happen to anybody's kids, of course.
Yeah. And why has Charleston White got beef with every fucking YouTuber known to?
He's a cloud chasing jerk off who's all about the money. Matt Hoffa's gonna snuff cat you. Could
What the fuck? Do you know the origins of that little?
I know he said he was gonna fucking sodomize his young daughter. That's crazy. That's crazy.
He said that?
He said he just brought his name up out of nowhere. He was on a live talking about somebody else, and then he just brings up Matt Hoffa, and then just said something about like doing some shit to her, like raping his like 7-year-old daughter or some crazy shit.
So
like,
you support
crazy.
EST. You support Charleston White. Why would he be talking a subject and then bring up this man's daughter when Matt Hoffa got a successful podcast coming up, doing his thing? You feel me? And why would Charleston White just say that type of shit? That's what I said in the beginning. He's all about shock value, and that's not healthy. I don't respect that. You feel me?
Okay. Now listen. The main reason why he do it. Now, an explanation don't make it right, but it's an explanation. The rappers say it. The rappers do it and say it. It's no different from shoot the block up.
What?
And that ain't healthy.
Wait,
and we support that.
Is that his explanation for why?
No. His explanation is it's the character, right? And the character is what you're caught up in, right? No different from the rapper who talking about spinning the block and innocent women, kids, and children get hit, and we still support this whole movement. It's the same shit. Now, Math ain't no angel in the situation. You probably got to revisit and really do your due diligence and see, because he ain't an angel in this situation. What he shouldn't have did.
In what situation?
In this situation, yeah, he shouldn't even said his name in that manner.
So wait, you saying Math started it with Charleston?
No, he didn't start it. What he said is when he spoke on it, he tried to take the tough guy route. That's what sent Charleston. It's a YouTube war. Anybody who.
No, but the beginning, he spoke on what? Charleston saying that about his daughter?
No, it was a situation about a comment being made. He said something about Charleston White in a video.
Oh, okay.
And he wasn't speaking good on him. So naturally, you wake the beast. You fuck with the bull, you get the horns. I mean, what?
I thought, because under my understanding, Charleston was just talking, and then he just brought up Mav Hoffa name and just said
he did. That's how it started.
Okay, but he was talking about an interview that Mav. He was talking about an interview on Mav Hoffa episode. I mean, on his interview on his podcast, he brought something up.
Well, I mean, Charleston White was speaking on someone specifically, and then also just threw in Math Hoffa's name, and then went as far as to bring up Math Hoffa's daughter and say some really not cool pedophile type shit.
My thing is this: if you know who he is and how he get, why even respond to what he's saying? What does it even matter?
Because what's Math going to look like if he doesn't speak back on this?
See, but I was brought up. I was brought up saying a man can say anything. What is he doing? See, the
Yeah,
women,
no
they gonna
doubt.
get, they gon' no, no. Let me finish.
But
They gonna get caught up in what motherfuckers saying. You ain't them. What he doing?
is Math not a YouTube personality just like Charleston White?
And a
Yeah,
battle
yeah.
rapper too.
YouTube,
Like this is his territory.
so he has to. He's obligated to a certain extent to
He's gonna look
respond.
bad if he doesn't say shit.
That's his job. So that's not the question here. The question is why did Charleston White feel fixated to go and bring up that man's name out the blue? And talk
Because
about
Matt
how
Hoff is
he-
popping right now. He's got a big platform, so it's just clout chasing. Because if he can get drama with anybody lit, he can get drama with anybody lit.
Nah,
If he can get
I've
his
been
name
following
brought up
it.
on Matt Hoff's platform, people are going to hear it.
Exactly. If you see those actions, how can you trust anybody? And
He's a
somebody like
retarded, one-eyed piece of shit who has no problem saying anything about anybody just to fucking cause the drama. Anything to get the drama lit.
It
Yeah,
came from the. It came
kinda
from the
weird.
Troy. No, it came from the Troy Ave episode when they was talking about.
Regardless,
some
though, like he could come up and say this and that and the third about Matt Hoffa himself, but you don't come up and say something about someone's 7-year-old daughter, and you really don't say the type of shit he was saying. That's cold.
Nah,
Like
I don't.
he talked
I
that
don't
kind of
condone
shit.
it.
I
If he went to prison tomorrow, he couldn't step on the yards having said that type of shit.
Nope. He pushed the line. He's pushing the line to a level to where it's like
Yeah, because he wants people to fucking come at him. He wants to be able to shoot somebody legally.
I like his message, I guess, but his
Sometimes he has a good one, but then he fucking goes and ruins it with shit like this constantly,
we
always.
can't accept them the way he's trying to push the lines and make that shit acceptable. Nah.
Nah,
You don't talk about children.
He's trying
Bottom
to
line.
eliminate that rat stuff and trying to get the youth.
How? How?
Yeah, but this one is totally wrong. He
I'm
went at
trying to
somebody who had
explain.
nothing to do with anything.
Go ahead, explain. Because now you're gonna accuse us of cutting you off.
Nah. I'm letting you rock. I'll let
sorry.
you rock.
No.
I'll let you rock. You just gotta listen. It's in the details, and you gotta do your due diligence when it comes to it. He's trying to eradicate certain things that Math is trying to perpetuate.
Okay, now give me 2 examples of the things that Math is trying to perpetuate that Charleston wants to eradicate. And that rhymes.
People talking about rat and alleged murder cases and this and that. When
I don't see
it's
Math
about-
perpetuating that, honestly. I watch his podcast all day.
Listen,
I
if
know
I'm
his
wrong,
image from the
Yeah,
battle
I
rap
watch
and
his
he
stuff all the
knocked out
time.
people, so he has an image or whatever. He got in some fights. He got knocked out by disaster, all that type of stuff. But when you watch his content, he's not perpetuating no bullshit.
Now listen, I don't have nothing.
He's
against
doing
him.
interviews with some of the best people out there, bringing
Yes,
bringing
and
stories
very
to light
respectful
about some of the
interviews.
best stuff out there.
Very respectful interviews, and he's always trying to be positive on the shit.
Absolutely, I agree. He's a gentleman.
So go ahead, finish your point. My bad.
I mean,
Sorry.
the tension is in the detail, man. You got to pay attention to it.
So I wanna
Charleston
hear-
White's not that deep. He's as deep as a piss creek.
I want to hear the examples, though, my boy.
I mean, to be honest, getting juvenile life without parole abolished, an idiot can't do that.
Wait,
Whatever. I mean,
I'm lost.
he also had a girlfriend fucking stick a bottle in his fucking face and knock out one of his eyes, so he'd be looking all weird too. He's a weirdo.
I mean, no man, listen, I don't hold his balls. No man is exempt from weird shit from time to time, but overall, words are words. He shouldn't have said that about a person's children, you know, and hopefully he can apologize about that. And I fuck with Math in his content. I pay attention to
How did
detail.
he find his way into beef with every YouTuber, every black YouTuber? Is it strategic or is
Because listen,
or is it clout
because
chasing?
these, when I say
It's strategic
perpetuating,
for the right reasons or the wrong reasons, really. And I'm sorry, really, because I gotta go do something for 2 seconds. I use the bathroom. But go
nah,
ahead.
what I mean by perpetuating it is that they're trying to call Charleston White the lame weirdo because he's trying to tell the average citizen that it's not they tired of the gang banging, terrorizing the youth in the community, and it's okay to be different than what they are. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to call him a weirdo for that. He said, yeah, tell on these motherfuckers because they terrorizing and killing the community anyway through the music and their actions. They're trying to say he weird because he stand on that. That's all. And they
No, I mean, I feel that, but specifically, I mean, anybody can, we all feel how we feel about Charleston White's tactics and his message and where he comes from on the shit he says. But I'm saying to jump up on Math Hoffa, we all know that's just because Hoffa's hot right now and been hot for the past couple of years because his podcast is doing real numbers and people are paying attention, so he's got a voice. So he's looking to get his name mentioned on one more big platform. But to go at Hoffa is one thing. To go at a 7-year-old girl and then on top of that say some craziness, just looking to start a serious problem, knowing that Matt Hoffa 95% most likely has to come back. You know, like very small chance he wasn't going to say something about this. Like you don't bring up kids.
That's not
and you
a
don't
person
say that
playing
type of
chess,
shit about
though.
women in general.
But is that really the worst
See, but
thing he
listen.
ever did?
No, it's not the
he
worst
already
thing.
he already
It's
pushed
just
that.
bad taste and stupid. It's nonsense.
And
But
you
you're
know what
not
I'm gonna give
playing
him credit
chess if you
for?
respond to him. You're not
I'm gonna
playing
give him
chess.
credit. He by himself single-handedly pushed the fucking what's the fucking thing they call it to where like you could accept it. He pushed that level of shock to the point where when he talked about the dead people's kids or whatever.
Yeah,
and all
he's going
that,
shock value all the way. He's
shock
trying to
value.
fucking get people to drop their
Y'all
jaws.
missing the
Whatever he
message
says.
though. Y'all missing the message though. Y'all trying to ridicule one man. But
No,
y'all don't-
how?
But listen, hold on. Listen, I'm gonna try and
Go
tell
ahead.
you because our culture exists of what he do, right or wrong. Everything he do, say, and does is what he do. Listen, everything he says online is what the culture accepts and says and does through their music and their actions, right or
Yeah,
wrong.
but you have a bunch of idiots right now that are
No,
pushing.
right or wrong, right or wrong.
No, it's right, but he's serving trash to the masses of idiots. Like this is
I'm gonna
not.
say this. I'm gonna say this. He is a reflection of what the culture is. If you
Yes,
don't
and
like
he
it,
is a
change the
and he
culture.
is a piss poor reflection of a piss poor part of the culture right now. This
It's a reflection.
section of the culture is a bunch of fucking people who don't belong to have a voice in it. They bring a bad name to the game. They're not legit. They're just hopping on because they themselves are into the clout, into the hype. They're not going to be here in 5 years because they're not really about that.
Oh,
It's, they're just
Charleston
not.
gonna be here.
Listen. I say
I'm not
this.
saying him. I'm saying like the people that he's like that he's like catering to, the people that he's appealing to right now. These are not the people who I personally think are the people who deserve to carry the weight of the culture right now. He's
I
not.
don't know.
Yes, I think
know.
so. And I'm gonna tell you why.
He's showing a lot of gabanzos, pause.
Listen, if you think he's just a fool being a shock jock, then the play is on you. That's all I gotta say.
No,
The play
he's
on
getting
you.
his money. I'm just saying with this situation,
No, I'm not
he's
talking
going
about
shot.
money. I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about
Attention, all that, everything.
behind the scenes work. Plus, in order to change the system, you gotta change the minds.
Oh no, I know.
And
He's
you gotta
done
reach-
good things, and he is doing good things. But this was in bad taste, and like I said, he'll go and do good things, and he's making things happen. In the general broad spectrum of what he's doing behind the scenes, he's making good moves and he's trying to do good things. But then he goes and does some trash shit like this, which negates anything he's trying to do that's good because he looks like an asshole, and it's a scummy thing to do.
Yeah,
It's scummy. It's in
I
bad
don't
taste.
condone what
It's
he's saying,
trashy.
I don't care what the next man say, man. Especially once two dudes going at it, it's war. It is what it is at that point. I don't
Look, he's
condone
going to wind up dead one day, but there's going to be some 14-year-old kid who does it to make a name. And like the bottom line is he'll be dead, and some 14-year-old kid's going to get locked away for the rest of his life over some shit that didn't need to happen.
I doubt it. That ain't gonna happen.
B-Rad.
That ain't gonna happen.
It's not going to be some famous rapper who goes and shoots him. I'll tell you that right now. Nobody's going to give up their life to go after this clown.
Listen, this is the problem. You willing to shoot and kill somebody who's saying something online, but there's plenty of pedophiles and everybody else who done wrong in the
That's a
neighborhood.
fact.
You walk
People
right
don't
past
know
them.
them. People don't know them. They don't have a big platform.
Yes, you do. You know the community.
No,
knows
I'm
they
saying
live
the
around.
pedophiles and the rapists that deserve that shit. They're not on here talking shit, going crazy. If they are, they're gonna get dealt with too. But I'm just saying.
You will walk past all that to go and hit somebody who's saying something online.
I'm not doing it. Some young kid trying to make a name, an ignorant young kid is gonna go out and do this, trying to make a name.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying
Yo,
you personally.
EST, I recorded an exclusive tonight, a Clubhouse exclusive, and then I tried to upload, and they said, "Oh, you got no space left, whatever." So I had to delete shit. Then I deleted the fucking shit, the retarded shit. But what happened was Blue Da Vinci called up. Blue Da Vinci checked in.
I heard that.
Wack,
I heard
you
it.
heard that shit? Wack.
I heard
it. Yo, They were saying, because everybody, the word is, and I kind of believe it because Meech saying it, so I believe what Meech is saying. As far as Blue Da Vinci, they saying he a rat. Blue Da Vinci got Wack on his side, and Wack, you know what Wack do? He push that agenda. He make people believe what the fuck he believe. So he got Blue Da Vinci and Wack, they teamed up, kind of, you know what I mean? So it was crazy, yo. Somebody from a dude that used to run with BMF was saying whatever, and he was like, Blue Da Vinci a snitch. So they called Blue Da Vinci. It got real messy. Blue Da Vinci went off. But my thing is Blue Da Vinci a snitch or not? What? And Big Meek said, how can we not believe it? But Wack 100 went off.
He just said he just called
a mess.
He called Big Meech a rat. He said
Blue Da Vinci, right?
Yeah, Blue Da Vinci said Meech a rat. I mean, Southwest T got shit up. Listen, I'm just talking about what's out there, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm just talking about what's out there. And I personally don't think Blue Da Vinci don't see the play being ran. He just don't see the play being ran on him. He don't see it.
Wack about to just.
He don't see the play, man. He don't see the play, bro. He don't see it.
Wack got ripped on No Jumping. That shit was funny as hell.
What happened?
Now that wasn't last night. That's old.
Oh, whatever. No, I saw the video a couple of days ago. That shit was just funny as hell. He was just kind of like
talking about Boo Capone from Roast Me with Craig.
Yeah,
Smith.
that shit was just.
Yeah, shout out Craig Smith because he come from the Corey Holcomb 5150 show. He went on No Jumper with Boo Capone. They got a show called Roast Me online where they just roast each other in the classroom. And who got on Wack?
They roasted.
Mm-hmm.
That shit was funny.
He said he 5'4" with a big booty.
Yeah, he said he needs the. He said he looks like he said Wack 100 looks like he been washing his face or drying his face with fucking sandpaper. And then he said he's 5'4" with a big booty. Screaming.
You missed it though. Wack responded to Boo Capone in Clubhouse.
I heard he did. I just didn't hear what he said. What did he say? I didn't hear it. I heard it about it. I didn't hear it.
You said he a rat?
Can't. Who?
Boo Capone.
Nah, Wack responded to him. I said Wack responded to that. He was like, he was just trying to downplay Boo Capone. He was trying to downplay him.
How?
I mean, he didn't really go in on him. He wasn't like
he didn't go in on him. He was just like,
talking shit.
Yeah, he was like, little comedian motherfucker. He basically, in layman's terms, he just tried to downplay him.
Yeah, he was basically just calling him a clown. But that shit was funny. He's like, Wack 100, 5'4" with a big booty, on Paru, like all that shit. It sounded funny, man. It sounded funny.
Wait, he's from Cali?
Yeah.
I don't know. But he was just imitating Wack, how he, immediately starts claiming the set immediately. Like, it was just funny. But even his homeboy was like, he's like, Wack gonna get in your ass. He's gonna mess you up for that one.
On Paru.
No, immediately goes that. He starts talking wild. Anybody says anything other than, okay, you're right. And he just starts screaming about the set.
So NBA Youngboy and Durk, they've been going back. They had, they did a little 1-2 against each other. I heard them both, but it ain't nothing heavy or whatever. But I'm just saying, is it a coincidence that they both were screaming non-violence, stop the violence all of a sudden at the same time? And now they're using each other with the drama, like whatever they stole a subliminal shot at each other is making the news type of stuff. Like, are these dudes like conspiring together? Like, let's keep
No, let's be honest. It's the power of these super fans who decode every syllable you utter.
Yeah.
And then they go viral. That's all it is. But you know what code word for nonviolence is?
What?
Feds.
Feds, yeah. Well, yeah. Yo, hopefully between them, it's just like lyrical sparring on some, not serious shit. Like, they're both talented. They both do what they do. Nobody wants to listen to them talk about puppies and cupcakes. So if they keep it on wax and just talk a little bit of shit, but don't get too crazy and just go and spar, that's entertainment. But if
Sparring is healthy.
That's what I'm saying. Absolutely. This is competition. You can jump on somebody and say some shit. Just don't go too crazy. And not everybody needs to get butthurt and start shooting and beating up people over.
But
they got gang. You know what I mean? And they got dead homies. between each other too, and that's
Yeah,
crazy.
but you know they can put that shit behind them and then have a little bit of fun with it. Like they're still alive. Why don't you enjoy yourself while you're out here for a minute?
Isn't that
Because
insane
that's not
nowadays?
cold. That's not cold. Once my brother drop his own forever. That's
You
just
feel
how
me?
it
No,
is.
well, no, yeah, well, yeah, but look,
How
this cat,
crazy is that though? Like
yeah, but
how far
young
hip
boy
hop
didn't pull
came
the
with
trigger
that
on that.
bullshit.
Hey, look, it's a lose-lose. But look, hey,
They seen brothers drop for real.
Well, I
yeah,
agree, and that's why I had said months back. I said like it's messed up because you know this generation of new rappers, these drill rappers and this type of shit. Like they're not going to be able to sit down and have these podcasts that we're seeing taking off with the OGs right now. They're not going to be able to do that in 10, 20, 30 years
see, but
because they got real blood on shit, and it's people
it's
they
the
care
thing
about.
though. It ain't just the young rappers nowadays. It's the youth, and it's been going on for
It's just the
60, 70.
culture as of right now. It's
I
just
mean,
they on the murder game heavy.
look at
Because Dirk
James
wasn't
Dean.
young. He put on Vaughn because Vaughn was a young lit boy and whatever. I
Vaughn was
understand
a
all the
beast.
gang shit, but he put him on because he was on it. Whatever. I don't know why he put him on, but at the same time, that those circumstances are sometimes coincidences, or they sometimes because of this and because of that. But that's some hood shit. That's some deep shit. You
Well, I
feel
mean, the
me?
kid had skills and he was living that life. Like he was legit. People were gonna, buy into him because these days, like, it's not just enough to be able to spit that shit. You got to be real and in the streets, and he really was. I mean, let's call a spade a spade. I love these cats. They're fire. They're good at what they do. But him and Dirk are fucking. They're mass murderers. You know what I mean? Like,
No, wait a minute.
No.
Wait a minute.
I'm not
oh,
co-signing
come on,
that.
come on. King Von had several bodies.
I'm not
Dirk
co-signing
beat
that.
6
I'm
trials.
not
Come on
co-signing
now.
that.
Come on now.
Nah,
Guess what though?
I'm not co-signing
Allegedly, but these cats,
Crazy as hell.
they
When you say that,
come on.
that. Nah.
look, check this out. That you say that, be rad, because look, this nigga Vaughn is responsible for heating up that beef between O Block and locally in Chicago, and then he started a whole nother beef with his death. That's international. The evil of the I'm sorry to say it, and I don't want to get on my Charleston White shit, but I just peeped it out.
on
Like
it.
I just
Yeah,
came to my
and
brain.
he's no longer around, and everybody else is still dropping over it.
Like now, it's an international thing where it's crazy with his death. Like that dude was.
It wasn't Vaughn. It started with Chief Keef. To be honest, the whole wave. It started back then.
I'm saying all these cats, like they all involved in this crazy shit. They all got bodies, or allegedly got bodies, and like
they all
like you're talking about like fucking. You're talking about mass murderers. You're talking about like serial killers out here. Legit.
You
Like,
can say serial killers, but not mass murderers. And there's a couple of serial killers in every crew. It ain't like every.
I'm gonna say this.
Dirk,
I'm gonna say this.
Dirk probably ain't do none of that. Tell you the truth, but
they
Vaughn,
faced
like,
6
every
murder
crew,
charges. Like that's still not a good look.
Everybody in the crew ain't that. It's just they affiliated. They got
Vaughn definitely was that.
money.
Chief Keef was that.
We're missing the big point, right? Now, more damaging than what little bodies you can drop as your personal individual self, you got to deal with the universe with that, and that's on you. But the message that you mass produce out in the world is more detrimental than your bodies that you can drop in your neighborhood. It's what the kids are growing up and ingesting. They're growing up and ingesting and becoming fruit of that message. That's way more detrimental when you look at the generations, bro. Like,
well said. They're putting batteries in backs. They're putting fuel on fire. But one good thing is that lady, Laura or Linda Lightfoot, the chick from Chicago, she's done. She's not coming back. So they're gonna elect somebody new, and hopefully that person will be able to get that place under control. Because let's be honest, it's downright shameful what's going on in Chicago. That their murder rate is still outrageous. That is not cool. No, you have good people that live out there, and they're in a war zone, and it's bullshit. 99% of these people are not criminals.
Listen. I know people from Chicago, and they're tired of hearing this shit because they say it's always been that since the fucking 40s and 50s.
I know that, and it needs to change. It needs to change, man.
Because
it's not fair.
Hopefully,
it's not fair to these people that are good people and their kids that don't deserve to grow up in this shit.
Because of hip hop and it's spreading that culture.
It's always been a gang culture out there since the 20s.
Yeah, but LA got big gang problem. New York been had a big gang.
Yeah, but Chicago's out like crazy.
Like, so we can't say that. You know what I mean?
Chicago's been wilding out, man. They got 14-year-olds running around with sticks with 30 rounds in them. Come on, man.
It took it to the next level, and we
It really did. And it's not necessary. It's crazy.
I mean, the only thing make it different for them is that they live in a big metropolitan city where the numbers are so astronomical.
It's huge. It's huge.
You know what I'm saying? So,
and the project buildings are massive.
When we look at it, actually, you look at the numbers and where it's located, it's really located. No, I'm saying it's really a small section into certain neighborhoods.
No, absolutely. It's not the whole place. You go downtown, it's not really popping off like that. But still, just like, it's just not fair because majority of the people that live in those areas aren't into that, man.
Chi-Town, they took it to the next level somehow. Some demon infested all them streets out there, and them kids.
There is evil running the streets.
It's spreading like a plague amongst all of our hoods, youngins, and all that. You feel me? And that's
it is a culture, but it can be changed. It can be fixed. These kids can be doing something else.
Nah, because think about this: the culture in New York, they're not rude, they're just brash and harsh. That's the culture.
Of course,
you cannot change that. Now we talking about on a slight scale than murders and all that, but we're talking about psychologically. We're talking about the culture. It's hard to you can. Kill
it's never gonna. You're not gonna change it. I'm not saying go in there and change it up and make Chicago something it never was and something completely new. Keep Chicago, keep its style, keep its thing. Like it is what it is. It's never going to be completely rid of crime, but to the level it's at right now, it just needs to be chilled out. It's too much right now.
Let's be honest. They generate trillions from this. They're not going to change this.
Yeah, but this is not a fucking. This is not something that it's not long term. They're not. There's no long view with this. Like this is not something they can keep up for very long.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Because you know why? Those kids have babies, and those babies going to be inmates.
And they're just raising lands for slaughter. That's horrible. That's tragic.
Check this, B-Rad. Hold on, B-Rad. Check this. They have cities surrounded based off penitentiaries.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy, but like I'm saying, like for the entertainment value, you want to see that perpetuate. I know you don't. You don't.
Hey Bush, you know Bob Barker?
Yeah.
The Bob Barker slides?
No.
That's county issue slides, Bob Barker, bro.
Yeah, he makes all the prison stuff. He owns all that shit.
Oh yeah.
It's a business.
Definitely.
Business.
Yeah. I didn't
of course, it's privatized prisons, man. Of course.
So to perpetuating all this mass, this shit is actually generating income in cities, and you got.
They talking about the Bob Barker from them game shows too. My bad.
Yeah.
Same Bob Barker. I was wearing.
Look, I'm not saying that people aren't going to still be caught up in that system, but like these they're children. These babies don't need to be out there shooting each other and killing each other like crazy. Like it's just unnecessary. It's so crazy. And like if I lived there and I had children there, I wouldn't want that to happen. And I know that 99% of these people that live there don't want that to happen, and they can't just pick up and leave. They're in a jam. So if somebody new can come in, replace this Lightfoot chick who didn't do nothing, and make some changes out there, I think the culture will be better for it, and I think the people there will be fucking thrilled. Because when there's more murders there than there were killings in a war zone, like that's ridiculous.
Yeah, you're right. And
that's
gonna lead me into this next topic about this whole drill scene. Them two Bronx, the biggest Bronx kids. D-Thing was one of the leaders of the Bronx drill, and then K-Flock. Both of them hit with them RICO things. Both of their crews, all that hit with RICO. Now, remember when the mayor, I guess it was the mayor, he said he gonna try to ban drill rap. Now, is it a coincidence that both of them, be careful, y'all out here. One of the shit is real. Y'all going down. You feel me? Like that's crazy. Both of them hit with the RICO, and they the leaders of this drill shit.
I did my due diligence, right?
Go ahead.
So the feds came when K-Flock caught that body outside the barbershop, right? But he got. Huh?
No, D-Thing caught the RICO first, but yeah.
Yeah, but they didn't really have nothing on that Sev side, which is K-Flock people, and they ain't had nothing on them until that body. but he kind of can beat that because the deceased body had a gun on it, allegedly. You know what I'm saying?
Self-defense.
But when you throw that RICO on it, that's racketeering, and then it's like it's hard to beat that body off self-defense when you have a RICO attached to it. So
Are
they
these
just built
federal charges or state charges by New York?
RICO.
Federal.
Yeah, I know, but are they federal RICO or are they
Federal.
state RICO? It is federal?
This is New York, yeah.
This New York, yeah, that's New York.
Well, no, I'm saying it's New York, but is it a federal RICO case or is it
federal, homie? It's federal.
a New York State RICO case? Because like the case we had, like the YSL case, that was a state Georgia.
Atlanta.
But that's different. Georgia's a little different. They kind of like Texas. They do their little shit a little different. It's it's the South now, so you got to keep in mind that's a little different.
Right. I mean, each state governs itself, obviously, but I'm just saying, like, is it a state or is it a federal? That's all I was asking.
It's a federal RICO case.
Okay, that's dangerous. They get a 99% conviction rate on those.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and it was gonna be easy for him to beat that self-defense, but when they throw that RICO on him, it's like, oh. But the crazy part about it is he's so young, they can give him 10 years, and he come home, and I don't even think he'll be 30 yet.
Yeah, but on a RICO, they're going to be handing out like 25 to life type shit.
Listen, the only charge they have is that murder.
Yeah, but RICO itself is a continuing criminal enterprise. So right off the bat, they're hitting you with gang jackets, and they're saying that everything that you did, everything that you said and did, is in order to perpetuate and to add to and move the gang forward and make it bigger. So that alone is a bad look and a big charge. And then you add a murder in. Plus, once they go to trial, they're just going to start popping up with new shit. This charge is brought up. This charge is brought up. Like,
does that help? They think that helps the gang problem by locking these kids up with all this time and all that type of stuff. But in my
I'm going to take the gang off the street. You empty 25 people off the street immediately.
And these gangs are breeding new, and it's going to become an epidemic to where, like the Chicago situation, the way they're making it, it's like that wasn't the way. You can't, even though, if it's murders, yeah, they got to go, whatever. But I'm just saying, like,
well, RICO was invented to get rid of the mafia, and it didn't get rid of the mafia, but it put a serious dent in them. It took them off the street. Yeah, made them go underground.
My boy,
like
hip hop is
a lot of people in prison.
They got hip hop involved, a little sprinkle of that. That's what
I'm saying. So now they're gonna go after record labels. They're gonna go after crews. You know what I mean? Like
it's gonna get crazy, but it's not gonna be able to stop because this drill shit is over. These kids is just.
I understand, but like when they go after a crew. When they go after a crew with a RICO charge, they're going to take anywhere from 15 to 25 of you and your best friends and throw you away.
Why do you think it's such a problem in Chicago? Because it's out of hand to where they don't have enough manpower.
Because it's been going on for 10 years, pretty much fucking unchecked.
That's not it. The problem is they actually be getting away with the shit.
That's what I'm saying. This problem has been going on for 10 plus years in Chicago with this drill rap pretty much unchecked. Nobody's been stopping or doing anything about it.
Yeah,
it's gotten out of control.
It's zero to little cooperation and
and now drill's really getting violence. Yeah, it's crazy, but now it's getting very big in New York. The past 5 years have been getting really big. So in New York, they're handing out RICO charges left and right now, and they're gonna put a pin in this thing. Like a lot of young kids are gonna go to prison for a very long time.
I don't think they're gonna be able to put a pin in this shit though.
But they're going to try. I'm saying they're trying.
This is what you signed up for, little dude.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And that's the message.
Jail or you fall back gracefully.
You better know.
Ain't no bitching.
It's better off for them they go to prison where they have a chance to fucking survive and get older and get smarter and get the hell out of it one day instead of getting shot in the street and game over and no chance to do nothing.
But it's just unfortunate because the only option when you're out there and the only thing that you see that look cool to you is that. You feel me? And
it sucks. It's crazy.
For some reason, you identify with that because nobody with no sense ever talked to you. I know older. Nobody. Only ones that talk to you is them type of dudes. So you related to them and all that.
That's not true though. Hold on, that's not true because look, they do a 360, right? Because they family tell them. 180. They family tell them to do do this, do that, make your bed, go to school,
They don't
go
listen.
get a job, right? Right? They duck all
Some
that.
of them.
Only to throw away their life and go in the system and what they tell you to do. Make your
Make your
bed,
bed.
get up. It's a
And you be
system
good
here.
at that. That's like Gunna, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am.
Oh.
He probably never said to his mom, yes, ma'am. You feel me? That's just a fact. When you know it, his auntie, he never, yes, ma'am. But that's
Yeah.
the point about, when you go there, you being like, you go fix your bed perfectly now all of a sudden when your mom
And I'm all kind of niggas,
No,
but he'll never yes sir me. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, he ain't putting that on for nobody other than the law.
I ain't gonna lie, I swear to God, I was there when Mace Loke got hit with the 10 when he was 15. He just turned 15 or whatever, and we were in the court, and he wasn't with none of that. He's like,
shot birds at him.
Whatever. Like he wasn't no yes, ma'am. But there's certain type of dude. That's what I'm saying.
But he a real
I'm
one.
sitting there like, say yes, sir. Like I'm sitting there, you know what I mean? I'm about to cry. Everything. You feel me? But
yeah, but I mean, look, he Mace Loke was a soldier and he took it stand up.
Yeah.
You know, he made that choice, and now he wasn't going to sit there and cry about it. Like you see these dudes that get bucked for life and they cry about it. You know,
it's basically I might as well buck the system. I'm in it.
Of course, you know, like I see these videos pop up all the time, like, you know, thugs reacting to life sentences, and they start crying and like saying all this crazy shit, and it's like, bro, you pulled the trigger, you killed 6 people,
crazy shit.
and now you want to cry about it? Like, what the fuck?
If you did crazy shit, then realize
what they give. Hey, Bush, what they give him?
15.
Well, they gave him that 10 with 2 strikes.
Okay.
Shit.
So
when's Mace Loke coming home?
He got 2 strikes with the fear of like, oh, they could send him to jail for life forever. But
yeah, when's he coming back?
He went back again, and so he's back in there now. But I'm just saying, like, he still got those 2 strikes over his head. But I'm just the way he received it. He wasn't a yes, ma'am. Like I'm like, you're not a gangster. Stop it, because that's crazy. And
yeah, Gunna ain't about that life. When is Loke getting home? When's his release date?
Well, he got some other stuff, so we're not sure, but within the next couple years.
No doubt. We're gonna stay out west. Yeah, for real.
Yeah, we're gonna get him out here and stuff here.
That's what I was gonna say. You should get him out here, and 2 strikes is time to maybe just like fall back a little bit. I'm not saying denounce or hang it up, but just chill a little bit.
Oh, of course.
I'm saying denounce and hang it up.
I agree, but I can't tell somebody that. I have nothing to say about that. That's not my lane. So I would never tell somebody.
I'm saying denounce and hang it up too. He got
that's your brother, bro. If I could talk to my brother right now, I'd fucking tell him a whole lot too.
Hey, he ain't my brother, but he is. I gotta tell him, hang it up, bro.
Hang it up. My bro got a daughter. You feel me? So it's like he gotta hang it up for that. You know what I mean? Do his thing. Make sure she.
It hurt, but you gotta bow out gracefully sometimes, bro. Especially when you get old, bro. It's like
get him out here and start writing that fucking movie script, bro. Get him to sell that movie and get some money, man. He put in all that fucking effort to get some money out of it.
Yep, he started writing too.
He should, because he's seen it firsthand.
Hey, who in that thumbnail? Who is that?
Oh, that's Thug. You know what I mean? Because we was talking about Woody and that whole situation.
Hey, but look, do we? What about the dude who handed him that perk?
Yeah, that's crazy. Did that really happen? I saw that headline.
See, but look, is that dry? That's not even dry snitching. What kind of
snitching
is that, bro?
That's weird. That's all I can say. Because I'm like, did they send him as a? That was weird. Unless Thug was just like, fuck it, try it.
Well, he's wilding out. Like a week before that, didn't he get caught like jerking off in court too?
Oh,
I'm not sure.
I thought I saw a headline saying Thug got caught jerking off in court.
Now you bugging.
Nah, that ain't.
I swear to God, I'm just saying I saw the headline. I didn't say it happened or I was there.
You can't be doing that.
You shouldn't be getting hurt either.
Who you following?
Yo, it was on YouTube. It literally was on YouTube. It had like a picture of Thug looking all sketchy. Like,
hey, whoever posted that, unfollow them, bro.
Be rad.
It just came up with like that and like 100 other YSL videos. It was all him in court. Like the perk video was there, and then there was one that like said he got caught like touching himself.
Hey, but Bush, guess what I'm about to do though?
What up?
Guess what I'm about to do? Because I just seen something. Now, Young Thug's sister called Gunna a snitch, right?
Yeah, and they said she snitched.
I'm about to look. I'm about to get into that, man. I ain't gonna speak
Yeah.
on this call or nothing right now.
Well,
But when I
I'm not sure about nothing either, but I heard some things. I definitely heard some things.
mm-hmm,
Wow, because she
You
free.
said, you said something about she's suing him or she's getting in trouble for that.
I heard it was statements made like I was groomed to be in
Oh.
YSL. So I'm gonna make sure that's true. I got some more digging to do, but I'm gonna get down to the bottom of that one.
I mean, there's video of him hollering that shit, and now he's in court, and there's video of him denouncing that shit and saying, yes, Your Honor, yes, Your Honor. Like, I don't know why,
No, we
it's a
ain't talking about
conversation
Gunna.
of what happened.
Yeah, Gunna is a
He's a snitch.
guaranteed.
He's a fucking rat, bro. He sold his peoples out just to walk. Like,
Well, you know he leaving YSL Records now. He about to go.
Yeah, he's getting
independent.
kicked off probably.
I mean, I would hope so. Like, I mean, granted, the paperwork takes a little while to go through, but his name should be stripped from everything as long as it exists and is on the books. He should not be part of it.
And the beautiful part about his lawyer is he's found a way to try to persuade certain people to believe Gunna's not snitching. Just keep saying it. Gunna doesn't snitch. Like, how is that not snitching? Yeah, is YSL a gang? Yes, ma'am.
Yo, you can polish a turd all you want, but at the end of the day, it's still a turd.
Like, that's snitching. Like, what the fuck?
Fuck yeah, it's snitching. Yo, any white lawyer can fucking dress it up any way he wants, but the bottom line is the streets know exactly what happened. Dude spoke to those people and then got to leave that day in a Rolls Royce truck. He is snitched.
How about this though? We need to give a special honorary credit to the dude who recorded that and put that out, because
Facts.
that was the Excalibur sword right there,
Yep.
bro. Because
absolutely,
you can't debate that. I don't care what
yeah,
your lawyer says.
without that, all we would have is that shitty lawyer statement, and then we really wouldn't know. But with that video, watching him say yes, ma'am, fuck that. He dug his own grave. Thank God somebody got that out.
and that was sneaky good work too, bro.
Hell yeah, it was. They were definitely looking for that.
He need to get a professional job, bro, for real. Because
he a cameraman. He a union cameraman.
Guaranteed.
How you get that cell phone in there in the first place? So bro, come on.
Gunna doesn't look at YouTube, and he doesn't know what's out there.
No, but the bailiffs and shit do, and the police do.
They don't know this information is out. They don't like.
Do you honestly think
this technology's moving? Like, he didn't know that everybody.
That's prosecutors do.
But let me ask you this, Bush. Do you think he's seen the video by now?
Fuck yeah, he saw it.
Now, but I'm just saying, a lot happened when he got locked up. He was up for a couple months or whatever. A lot happened. He didn't realize, but he knows now, motherfucker, because he put out that statement. Oh, I'm YSL, this and that. Then he realized, oh shit, they at it. And he seen the video, and then he went, oh shit, switch up his whole shit, and realized he either he's out of there. Because I'm sure Thug cut communication with him. All his people's cut communication with him. Everybody in the industry who claims they something cut communication with him. So now he made this statement or whatever that he's leaving YSL. But really, he got communicated, X'd out. You feel me? X'd out.
If I was him, I would take that money, go buy a ranch, invest in cattle and stock.
Do something. Invest.
And
he
work
got money.
Work my farm and stay out the way, bro.
He got some cheese, and he should do that. Because I don't want to hear you rapping. Please don't rap.
Nah, he can go be an R&B singer, maybe.
That's about none of that shit. Just get the fuck.
I don't want to hear it, but like clowns might chicks are into that.
R&B. You said you want to hear it, then.
But I don't even know no R&B singers. I'm just saying he likes music. What the fuck else are you gonna do? He's not gonna start raising chickens. The ranch is a good idea to get the fuck up out the area, but he ain't raising chickens and cows.
Hey, you better think about it, because
he better. You wake up, with his throat.
He out here buying Mario boots and shit, man. Hey.
And it's not like he can become a designer. Nobody's gonna what's he gonna make? Like snitch wear, rat wear?
See, but the thing is, we niggas don't know when to say it's over. It's over, bro. It's over.
Oh, it's over. It's been over. It's just he's gonna simmer. He's gonna fizzle out a little bit.
It's over, bro.
But people, when I first heard the diss from Durk to Gunna, allegedly, I thought, yeah, for sure. But later, when I heard it and I heard other people reaction, it might not have been a diss to him. I'm not sure.
Nah,
You feel me?
nah.
Well, look at 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine is still around.
But Durk said he said, "Oh my God, what happened to something?" Virgil probably told, and you know that's the song they had together. Him and Gunna had that song together. He said he probably told, like, what does that mean? Because Virgil's rest in peace. So who are you talking about? Who probably told? You know what I mean?
Ain't no telling. That's why I say these people be deciphering these words, these lyrics. I never really listen to Gunna or Durk.
Gunna's pushing P in paperwork.
Durk hard from where I hear, you know, so there's little shit I be hearing sometimes. But Gunna, to me personally, his music was always ass.
Yo, I said from day one he was not about that life, and he was gonna speak. He was gonna cut a deal. I said that from day one, and he did.
I can't say Gunna music was ass, but I wasn't a fan of his. But
he had that one banger.
He was talented though. I ain't gonna lie, but I wasn't a fan of his. I can't say he was ass though. But
let's be honest.
I'm definitely glad I wasn't a fan of his.
Let's be honest. That music wasn't his in the first place.
Yeah, no, facts. I mean, he got brought up and put on. You know, he fit the image.
Yeah, right. And I guess because he wasn't super like.
He was the down south 6ix9ine. That was not his lyrics.
Rap boy.
Pretty much, he was big on fashion, and the chicks were into him. But like, you know, he wasn't.
But it was Young Thug Sauce, just revamped for the
100%. He just dressed him up and like had to put out another version of himself.
That's it.
Well, he needed a sidekick, basically, and that was his sidekick.
Durk definitely dissed him. I think Durk got to disassociate with that. Then he put up that tweet saying, "Just keep your fucking mouth shut." Because
Durk beat 6 cases. He can speak on that. He beat 6 cases.
Yeah, big facts.
Murder cases.
And let's be honest, people ain't perfect. So if you got the money and the good lawyers, things can happen if you shut the fuck up and calm the fuck down. But Durk always had the money with his cases. That's a rare case because a lot of dudes don't got that type of money with them.
Okay, well, how about this? T.I. had money when that happened. Guidelines is guidelines, though. You know what I'm saying?
T.I. got away with fucking a whole hangar full of military weapons. That was crazy.
T.I. got money, and guess what? There's no record. We can't find no real evidence of him ratting. He's out. He did.
Nah, that's not true. Nah, that's not true. It's out, bro. They said that he had a fingerprint scan safe with guns in it, and the only way accessible was because of his fingerprint, bro.
Well, not only that, I mean, you literally saw the table, the evidence table, full of, I mean, military-grade weapons that he got caught with.
Of him ratting. Is there?
Yeah, but I'm saying you don't get caught with that kind of hardware and just get out because your lawyer's nice.
You were 6, 7-time felon for guns and drugs, and you get caught with military-grade with silencers.
I mean, a fucking table full of that shit. 100 round, double 100 round clip, barrel shits.
That's what I'm trying to get to. Like, he had a certain level of money. You know what I mean?
He had the same lawyer as fucking as what's his name? As Gunna.
He had more than Gunna.
But Gunna didn't have.
What I'm saying is, how did he get like? There's no Wack never pulled up. They never read the real actual shit about him telling on these.
No, but also this case, this RICO case against YSL, this was a case where they were making an example of these guys. They're the first ones they went after, and this is like the example case. So even if they were gonna let Gunna go, it had to be with him snitching in order to fucking put the nail in the coffin on Thug. Which is what happened, you know, like they weren't all getting out on this one
because he had some money and a good lawyer, whatever else too. Because
you know what another conflict of interest is?
But
I think the person that's prosecuting Thug on this case used to defend him as his lawyer.
So he knows all the dirt on him. Yes, the woman. That's right. She's the DA, right? The new DA, and she's making a name for herself too. She's got to be hard because Atlanta looks very soft on crime the past 5-10 years.
About T.I. Okay.
Whole different scenario.
Some real stuff And why? Because he had real money. And
yeah, but also
guess
very
what?
different
It's
situation.
not a coincidence that he had the same lawyer as Gunna has right now, making smoke and mirrors. The lawyer tell him, yeah, I'm going to find a way to keep your career and fucking get your ass out for rap.
Yeah, but the difference was he got caught OT with an arsenal trying to protect himself. They weren't out there building a case against him for like years trying to get him on some gang conspiracy using a RICO. They just happened to catch this kid OT with a shit ton of weapons. So he went to trial. He got the ill lawyer, spent a ton of money.
Hold
and
on, what you mean OT? Hold on, what you mean OT?
Who was he talking about?
Wasn't he? He was on the road. He wasn't in his hometown.
Nah, listen. He was about to perform at the BET Awards. He went and met that dude. That's why he didn't make the BET Awards performance.
Mm-hmm.
He was about
okay.
He went to he was in Atlanta. He wasn't OT. He went to go meet him and got caught.
My bad. I thought he was out of town somewhere else. Like, because he was saying the reason he had the guns was he needed protection for himself.
Dumbass was dealing with them people the whole time, talking, communicating.
But either way, I'm saying it's not like they were building a huge case against him and they came and caught him and like, you know, they had all RICO charges against him. Like he got caught up, but like they weren't building a case against him for years and then came down on him and his whole crew with a RICO charge. They just caught him. So whole different scenario.
No, that wasn't it. The security guard been working.
Oh, they had him on that. He's Mm-hmm.
Now all of a sudden, the 1 + 1 is 2. They catch all his guns and ammunition. Then they go to his house, and what they find. So my thing is, it's okay. So did the feds come and talk to you, and did the feds make you do that commercial, bro? Yes or no?
He did that commercial for sure.
Yes or no, bro? That's it. I'm not saying you ratting. I'm just saying.
And that was the iffy thing about Shawty Low, rest in peace, about how he died, because some people, a lot of people say it wasn't a accident. You feel me? I'm just telling you what they saying out there.
I know plenty of people who left the club drinking and on that pedal a little bit too hard, bro.
That happens all the time.
We know dope boys who died in the hood, and people go through their pockets, so that ain't nothing new either.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's tragic. Rest in peace, bro.
You know, but I'm just saying, like, certain level of bread, things could happen. That's all. Like, we can't close our imagination.
Nah, we can't. But I know guidelines. They go off guidelines sometimes. And if you've been getting caught for years with drugs and guns, and you get caught with a mother load, I don't know. You right. You might be right.
T.I. had a crack record from younger, selling crack. Got with Tiny. She was a superstar. Then started dealing with all them other cases. But my point is, he had priors, prison prior too. Like,
I mean, we'll never know exactly what happened because, like they say, life is stranger than fiction. But on the other hand, you know, whatever is most likely the scenario, the most common, most likely scenario, usually is what it is. You know, could be some wild, extraneous.
But this the thing. This the harder thing to get around though. When your sentencing is below the mandatory guidelines, the minimum guidelines. When you're below that, it's like, whoa. Okay.
With priors.
That's weird.
With priors.
I understand money though. I listen. I'm not a millionaire, so I can leave room for imagination for money can do some.
Yeah, but these cats got money too. Granted, maybe not as much as T.I., but they got dough. I mean, he's got the same lawyer. It's just a whole different scenario.
Like, you know that these people. Oh, what judge is it? Okay, there's a list of lawyers that you get that deal with this judge. Feel me? We got that bread. Oh, okay. Let me hit him up because that's that judge. And he gonna deal with that judge as his friend. They go golfing together. Or they go to the gay club together. I don't know what the fuck they do. Disco, partying. It don't matter. That's what the world is built on, relationships. Politics as usual.
That's facts. That's facts.
And you wonder how shit happened. It's because of relationships. That's how it should happen.
Okay, so let me ask you this. if you a gangster rapper and somebody kill your friend and you get on the stand and tell what happened, do you consider that snitching?
Yeah.
Yes.
Especially if you're a
Okay.
gangster rapper. If you're
Yeah.
a
Okay.
gangster rapper, you're supposed to go handle the business.
You're not a civilian. You can't talk. If you're a civilian, you can talk. You might have consequences, but if you're not a civilian, you can't talk no matter what happened.
I consider gangster rappers, I don't care what you think. You think you could be a gangster rapper and be a normal guy? No. Because if you're a gangster rapper, then that means you're representing something that you should be living
Hey,
by.
how about this though? How about
Being
how funny is this though? We
exemplified.
talking about this, right? This rest in peace takeoff, but it's kind of like a similar situation where they in the club, Ti still off on somebody, and it's probably the wrong person, and you end up getting somebody close to you killed because of your crazy actions, bro, and your mouth and everything else, and your ego. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is that's kind of shaky itself. I think they said the worst could happen was contempt of court by not even acknowledging the summons to come and testify.
But that shit always happens, bro. Like the dude who gets shot, the dude who gets hurt is never the dude who popped it off. It's always somebody popped it off, and then it's the coolest dude who hangs out with them that wasn't doing shit, that never had a problem, that everybody liked, that always gets it.
Yeah.
That's how it always goes.
And unfortunate, but it's true. Because the guy that's think he's mind his business is not on point because he feel
You
like
ain't paying attention to that shit.
you know what I mean? You feel like I mind my business, everybody know I'm cool. No, the game don't work like that. And bullets don't got no name on them. And sometimes even not even bullets. When it pop off, you get your ass beaten, you get stabbed up and killed just being, you know what I mean? Just,
And if Alpha Omega was a federal agent working, and you get employed by somebody, you don't think they automatically green light you for surveillance?
oh yeah, you already know. So it ain't nobody safe. You always gotta, but at the same time, I don't look at the world like that. I'm not cynical. You know what I mean? I really feel like there's way more good people than bad people on this earth. And
Yeah, definitely.
I trust D-Rad laughing at me right now, but
I mean, I'm kind of on the other side. I'm a realist. I understand. I love humanity, and I know people do good, but I see you got to have both in you. You got to have the evil and the good. You can't be all good, bro, to live in this world. It's
Well,
impossible.
I mean, if you're going to be a regular everyday person, I'd like to believe that 95 to 99% of the people in the world are inherently good. I want to believe that. I've seen the evil that men can do. But when you're dealing in situations like this, you're not dealing with, the regular general public. You're dealing with cats who are out here trying to portray that life, whether they're really about that life or not. That's what we find out once bullets start flying. That's what we find out then who's really about that life. But
I hate that saying, bro. I just hate when people say about that. There's only one life to be about, bro. I just hate that
I'm
about
just
that
saying,
life.
like, are you a normal dude, or you got that thing on you, and are you ready to pull it at the drop of a hat? That's what I'm talking about.
It don't take a child to squeeze a gun to be about that life. And
No,
what
but it takes a
qualifies
man to
you?
deal with the consequences.
Stupidity qualifies. The only thing that qualifies you to be about that life is stupidity.
Yeah, but
That's it.
look, it doesn't take a fucking tough guy or a man to pull the
No,
trigger. It
not
takes a
really.
man to do the
Because if
25
you
behind it.
defending your household, if you're defending your wife, if you're defending your child, if you're in public and you feel disrespected and to the point where like physically and you're able to defend yourself, people consider that being about that life.
But
If
they're
you're
not
The
gonna give
only
you
time
credit
you
for
should
that.
be, the only time you should be pulling a weapon to defend yourself or your family, not because you feel some type of way. That's some female type shit.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and laws
Because
is different. And laws is different everywhere. For example, in North Carolina, if I'm in my workplace and I feel like you're breaking in or doing some threat, we can shoot to kill at our workplace.
Yeah, I mean, other people, you got Florida's got stay in your ground shit. You don't got that in New York.
that's beautiful. He's not in
Open
Florida,
carry.
You got to
I'm
know
in
you
North
got to know
Carolina.
the rules. You got to know the rules where you live.
Yeah.
but
And you know what? The bottom line is these rappers out here that are making money, they shouldn't be fucking holding pieces. They shouldn't have their boys holding pieces illegally. They should hire fucking security like 50 Cent does. People like to talk shit, but 50's still alive. You know why? Because he bang got shot up. And once he got that money, he got a vest and he got them people around him. He hires real police that will kill you legally, and he's gonna go home that night, and you will not.
Because no, but you know what? That's interesting you say that, right? Because that right there is what people don't understand business from street shit. When he
Of
has
course.
police
Well,
with
that's
him,
different.
he's doing business. This is 50
He's doing
Cent.
real shit.
They think his name in the streets was 50 Cent.
No, he did. That's because they're stupid. But then, I mean, granted, but like, people in New York knew who he was long before he was playing that fucking rap game shit.
So when I'm doing 50 Cent shit, this ain't the street dude. So what do you want me to always operate by street rules even when I'm doing business?
No, what I said is when you get into that business, if you're gonna be a gangster rapper, whether you're like whether you're that dude or not, once you get real money, hire professionals. That's the bottom line. Don't have your idiot friend out here who's gonna pull a gun off and shoot himself.
No, I
or shoot
agree.
the
I
wrong
agree.
person.
I always
ex-police.
said, look, I always said I would employ an ex-Marine.
Fuck yeah, get
with his
ex-police. I
pants
mean, the
tucked in
best
his
is get
boots.
ex-police because they can get you in and out of places. They know the area, they know the people, they know the laws, and they're good at what they do.
I ain't talking about the dudes who wear the dickies. I'm talking about the boys who tuck their pants and their boots. They
Yeah,
different.
real soldiers, real fucking Captain America type dudes.
Motherfuckers, they think twice when they see him with his pants tucked in his boots. Like,
People
hold
who, when
on.
they hear gunshots, time slows down for them. They don't get scared. They love that type of shit.
Rather a ex-police officer or something as security, and as opposed to a regular dude or military guy or something like that. For
Military.
sure, you know what I
I
mean.
would have, yeah.
People who know how to move in those types of situations. That's who you hire. You don't have your boys from the block holding it down. I mean, that helps at first when you're on the come up, but like that's how problems start. That's how you get in trouble.
And it
You know,
costs a
just
couple
hire professionals.
chains, and you can really get it written in your contract through your record label. Like, look, I'm gonna write this off, or it costs
Yeah,
a couple
absolutely.
chains.
It's a business expense, 100%. That's your
Right.
security. This is my guarantee that I'm going to make it to your show.
Facts.
Yes,
You
sir.
know, 50's not fucking around. Like he's got movies, he's got TV shows. Like he's got two of the most popular TV shows right now. He literally is showing. He literally, whether you know him or not, you can just watch what he does, and he's just showing people a whole new playbook that he made up off his own moves. And if you do half of what he does, you're gonna do real well. And it starts with being smart. He doesn't smoke, he doesn't drink, he ain't out hanging around, he ain't playing with the females. He may say he does this, but he doesn't do that.
He never was like that either.
Yeah, he sings one thing and he does a whole nother thing because he's an entertainer. He did that.
Okay, so the same thing for Charleston White. What did you just say? The same thing.
Oh my God!
What did you just say, B-Rad? He do what again?
Did he really do that?
Nah, B-Rad, repeat what you just said. You just said, what about an entertainer? But what?
What's that? I said 50's an entertainer. He used to do that thing, but now he's
No, you said he say certain things. He's an entertainer, but
he does different.
50 never.
Okay, that's the same thing for Charleston White. He says certain things. He's an entertainer, but he does different.
Charleston White. No, I'm not gonna lie. You're right. But Charleston White sucks.
Thank you, because behind the scenes he's actually doing stuff that people who talk
about taking the man's daughter.
Yeah, that's just look. I'm not saying all the time he does do good things. He is trying to do good things, but then he goes and fucks it all up by being an idiot.
I'm not agreeing with that, but I say when I watch Arnold Schwarzenegger kill a bunch of people, I say that's entertainment.
That is entertainment because that was Predator when he's running around with a fucking 8-foot alien shooting people in the woods with Jesse the Body Ventura. That's entertainment.
But guess what? Charleston White, that's his name. That's his real name.
Yeah,
the persona, and it's him, who he's claiming to be himself.
And granted, he has been a
rapper. He's not. He represents his name, Charleston White.
And he's been a part of being out there, being part of a task force, taking down, sex traffickers, saving women from being sex trafficked and enslaved and all that. He's done that, and that's good shit. And I'm not faulting him for that. I commend him for that. But then to turn around and say or do some really dumb shit, which is just obviously clout chasing, looking to cause drama, and really just starting problems with people who didn't have an issue in the first place, and putting people in a position where they now have to fucking say or do something.
Listen,
that's not true.
I've never seen him
hands, and it's not cool.
I've never seen him pick on people. I've never seen him pick on people and single people out. Listen, I've always heard him respond. Somebody either asking him or he's in a situation already with these people. I've never seen him single. He never single FBG. Okay, He never singled
Wait
FBG
a
Duck.
minute, you bugging. Go ahead.
He went after FBG Duck's mom. He started talking trash about his mom. Like, that's
Afterwards,
crazy.
but it's two sides to every. Y'all only see what they post, but you
Of
gotta do
course,
your due
of course.
diligence.
But he's the one we're gonna hear, and he knows that, and he doesn't care. He doesn't care how he looks.
So what do
It's deeper.
you say? FBG Duck said something about him first? Impossible.
No, what I said.
Impossible.
So
No, he was taking up for them because he was basically saying y'all saying smoke Tuka and this and that. Yeah, he said I'm with FBG Duck, so he linked up with the mother, put money in her pocket, the whole shit. She called him and told him she can't fuck with him no more because people in the city saying they ain't with what he's saying. But what are they doing for her like what he was? See how coaching?
Fuck all that.
See how
All I know is I can't
Hold on,
breathe,
B-Rad.
but when it happens, I'm gonna smoke that CW pack all night.
But listen, everybody who everybody who was in Chicago never did nothing for Duck Mother. He went up there and been putting money in that woman's pocket.
If that's what happened, then I look at
That's what happened. That's what happened, bro.
Bottom line is, this dude has no couth. He has no class. You know, like he
That's
just.
not true. You talk about
I
the
disagree.
entertainment side, you're right.
I feel that he has no class.
that line that he pushes, I can't get with.
Listen, the
Me
entertainer side, y'all are totally correct. But I seen and I know that he worked in law. I commend him for that. I'm just saying, when he says dumb shit, it's classless. It's there's no class. Like he said, it's no different from the rappers. They're classless, but we love it.
I agree. No, look, talking about shit like that foul is not cool, but whatever. I just don't like dude. I don't like guy.
I'll break your face.
What was that?
What is that? That's
Nah, it's my homegirl on the background.
Stall him out. We need him.
Is that Charleston Black over there?
Nah, this is. He says, "Oh, there's somebody in the back." I told him to stall him out, man. We need B-Rash. He talking about breaking his face.
Exactly. We need him. But we out of here. This was a good show. Shout out to everybody, and hey, it is what it ain't.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna find out what time we did that show. We're gonna do it at that time next time. No, but shout out to EST 87 all the time, and shout out to B Rad the return. So
absolutely.
About to get spicy. Y'all see the energy.
That it is.
Hey, side note, do you see that video I sent you?
Yo, that's the most craziest
about
video I ever seen. I wish I could post it for y'all. That shit's crazy.
We'll chop it up about that though, man. Y'all be safe, man.
Yeah, peace. Have a good night, boys.
Love y'all. Peace.